Mina had always believed in love. She trusted her husband, Omar, completely. They had been married for 5 years, and in her mind, their life was perfect. Mina worked in a small bakery, and Omar worked at a nearby office. She had dreams for their future, a cozy home, children, and trips abroad. One evening, Mina returned home earlier than usual. She wanted to surprise Omar with dinner. When she opened the door, she heard laughter from the living room. She froze. Her heart pounded. She saw Omar sitting on the sofa, his arm around a young woman she had never seen before. Mina felt a sharp pain in her chest. She couldn't breathe. Her mind went blank. She wanted to scream, cry, and run at the same time. The woman looked up and smiled at Mina. "Oh, you're home early," she said casually. Mina didn't speak. She dropped the groceries she was carrying. Tomatoes and bread rolled across the floor. Omar stood up quickly. "Mina, this isn't what it looks like," he stammered. But Mina couldn't hear him. All she could feel was betrayal. That night, Mina couldn't sleep. She sat by the window and thought about their life together. Every memory now seemed like a lie. The dinners they shared, the trips, the quiet moments, they all felt false. She realized Omar had been living a double life. Her heart was heavy with sadness, anger, and confusion. The next morning, Mina packed a small bag. She couldn't stay in that house. Every corner reminded her of Omar's betrayal. She called her best friend Lena and said, "I don't know what to do. I need to leave." Lena didn't hesitate. "Come to my place. You'll figure things out. You deserve peace." Mina left her home that day. She didn't tell Omar where she was going. She just walked out the door with a small bag and a heart full of pain. This was the beginning of her journey to start over. Mina stayed with Lena for a few days. Her mind was clouded with sorrow. She couldn't eat properly, and sleep was impossible. Every time her phone buzzed, she feared it would be Omar trying to reach her. She didn't answer. One afternoon, Lena said gently, "Mina, you need a fresh start. You can't live in the shadow of his lies forever." Mina shook her head. She was scared. Leaving her husband meant leaving everything familiar. Her home, her life, her routine. But staying meant living with betrayal every day. Mina decided to make a list of what she wanted from life. She realized she wanted independence, self-respect, and peace. The more she thought about it, the more she knew leaving was the right choice. She would have to start over completely, maybe even move to another city. 2 weeks later, Mina booked a small apartment in a city far away. She used her savings carefully. The apartment was tiny but cozy, with sunlight pouring through the window. It wasn't much, but it was hers. For the first time in days, she felt a small spark of hope. Starting over was not easy. Mina had to find a new job. She applied to many bakeries and cafes, facing rejection and doubt. But she didn't give up. She remembered Lena's words. "You are stronger than you think." Slowly, things began to change. She found a bakery that was hiring and started working. Every morning, Mina looked out of her apartment window and felt a mixture of fear and excitement. She missed her old life, but also felt proud of herself. She was building her own world, one step at a time. Although she had left Omar, his betrayal still hurt. But Mina realized that pain could not control her. She had made a choice, to leave everything behind and reclaim her life. Months passed. Mina's life slowly settled into a new rhythm. She woke up early, went to work, met new people, and explored the city. She met colleagues who were kind and supportive. One day, a fellow baker, Armin, noticed her hard work. "You're really talented," he said. "I hope you stay with us a long time." Mina smiled, feeling a sense of belonging she hadn't felt in years. Her apartment became her sanctuary. She decorated it with flowers and small paintings. Every corner reflected her personality. Mina realized she didn't need anyone else to make her happy. She could be content on her own. One evening, while walking home from work, she saw a group of friends laughing in a cafe. They invited her to join them. For the first time in a long time, Mina laughed freely. She felt light, as if a heavy burden had been lifted. However, memories of Omar still haunted her. She often wondered why he had betrayed her, but she no longer obsessed over it. Instead, she focused on building herself, her skills, her friendships, and her independence. Mina also discovered new hobbies. She started painting and learned a little music. These activities filled her heart with joy and distracted her from the past. She realized that life could be beautiful even after pain. One day Lena visited her. "You've changed," Lena said. "You're stronger, happier." Mina smiled, feeling proud of her journey. She knew that starting over had been the hardest thing she had ever done, but also the best decision of her life. A year had passed since Mina left Omar. She had grown in ways she never imagined. She was independent, confident, and proud of herself. She no longer thought of Omar with anger. Instead, she felt a sense of relief that she had escaped a toxic relationship. Mina's bakery work was recognized by her boss. She received a promotion and began teaching baking classes. Students admired her patience and creativity. Mina felt she was making a positive impact on others' lives. She also found love again, but in a very different way. Not the rushed, blind love she had with Omar, but a gentle friendship with Armin that slowly grew. They shared laughter, dreams, and respect. Mina felt secure and cherished. Her new life was full of freedom and possibilities. She traveled to small towns on weekends, met inspiring people, and pursued her passions. Every night, she looked at her apartment lights and smiled. She had left everything behind, but she had found herself. Mina realized that betrayal had been painful, but it also opened the door to her true happiness. She had learned that life is not about clinging to people who hurt you, but about embracing change and believing in yourself. Mina's journey was a lesson. Leaving everything behind is scary, but sometimes, it is the only way to find peace and true freedom. She had started again, stronger and wiser than ever.